Hey guys, welcome to our penthouse view.
That's right, it's sweet up on the roof.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're wondering what are we doing besides solar, you're gonna have to stick around this video and check it out.
There's gonna be some parts of this video that you didn't see coming. It's not just about the panels on the roof. That might be a hint. There's more to this than you realize. Stick around till the end and you'll get to see what we did and how we maximize the amount of power going into our solar system. One of the items I want to make sure we point out is getting the panels up on the roof is extremely dangerous. You need to be safe about it. You want to make sure that when you go to put the panels on the roof that you utilize either a hoist system, or in our case we were able to put them up using a high lift forklift that we talked to the owner of the campsite that we're at, and he had one of his employees put them on a pallet and lift them up for us. That way we didn't have to, one, carry them up a ladder, which would be a really bad idea and highly unsafe. The other thing we were able to do is we didn't have to worry about lifting the weight.
All right, this is the fun part, figuring out where the solar panels go. It looked great on paper, so now we're gonna implement it and put it on the roof. After a full week at the NRVTA, which is the National RV Training Academy, proud to say Chris passed his solar class.
Yay!
Yay!
Honestly, I wasn't worried, although it's a great class, tests every day, and a final at the end. The best part is we got to install a full solar system on our fifth wheel.
Yeah, so big, huge shout out to Renogy for sponsoring our solar. We appreciate you guys so much.
Don't forget our friends at Dayco.
Yep.
Renogy and Dayco really came through for us on this, so we've got an amazing Renogy system and how we're going to be able to go off-grid and live that boondocking life.
Yeah, the other part too that was pretty awesome is that this was part of the class project. They took, how many coaches?
The 3 of them in this class.
Yeah, so out of the 3 coaches, they split up into teams, and we had some students work on our rig with Chris.
Yep, I was a student and the owner, and I got to work on our own rig, which is cool. And then on the other hand, while we were in class, we got to go around and look at the other 2 installs, which were completely different.
Yeah, and the big thing about it, why I'm giving them props, one, it's RV community, and they're all learning, and it was great to have all the class participate.
All right, let's go on a tour, guys.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, we're over here with Chris Hunt from Dayco. We're at Regency RV, and we're going to walk through the solar system that we just got done installing on our Alliance Paradigm.
We're out here at Regency. I'm doing another install for Regency today. So they make luxury vans, B vans. So they're also using a similar system. They use the same inverter and the batteries that they have in this unit here.
All right, so this is the brains of the operation. We've got 2 3,000 watt Renogy inverters, so leg 1, leg 2. In between, as we come in here, we've got the Victron Lynx distributor system, shunt, and the Servo GX, which operates as the brain. All the wiring with 4 battery disconnects. Up here, right above us, so you can see it, we put in a splitter so that we have the whole coach inverted, and we've got breakers there.
So the beauty of that is that each leg, so you could do 110 volt power through each side. Splitting the 50 amp service that comes in at your campsite is actually 240. Each leg has that 120 volts coming in. So they split it at the box and then run each one through here. The FETs inside these are capable up to 40 amps each. So you get an 80 amp service or a 40 amp 240 service going through his bypass. But the inverter part of it, each one will handle a 13.5 air conditioner without a soft start and run those. And we've also seen even run occasionally two ACs off of one if you want. But the bad thing is when they both start at the same time, that surge could overload them, so you'll still have that air. Also, the nice thing about having 2 is you got twice the charging power. So you have 150 amps of charging going into the batteries, which they have 12 batteries, and we'll walk around and show you that.
In the front bay, we've got 2 Renogy solar controllers. We've got a 60 amp Rover MPPT, a second 60 amp Rover MPPT, and the Renogy 100 amp hour batteries. We've got 12 of these installed, and then we've got a battery protect so that we can't overcharge or discharge our batteries too low and put them to sleep. All Renogy components in here, minus this little awesome accessory.
All right, so there also, the other thing is they didn't need to make use of this, but you could actually sync each one of these batteries up and use a RMS LFPS, and it will count the batteries and give you state of charge and time of battery left. Each one of these batteries also has a little larger reserve than other batteries. Also, we do have them available with heating option if you're going to get into cold weather, as well as we could go to a single battery that equals 4 of these that we're coming out with shortly. 400 amp hour single battery that has an Anderson connector on it.
Oh, hold on. And you guys tell them about the lights.
Oh, so my classmates are freaking awesome. The lights up here in the corners used to be on the other side in the bay, but because of where we installed the inverters and the charge controller on this side, we didn't have room. So instead of wasting the lights, they poked them through, installed them on here. So now we have 3 lights in this front bay, so we have daylight. We can illuminate. One of the other things we did as part of the class project is we built out a 3/4 inch plywood base. We've got aluminum angle iron here, and we've got some tie-down straps to hold the batteries in place. So this is a 360 wrap with the aluminum and then tie-downs to hold them down. And then everything was run through a 4-inch hole in here, which, you know, looks like an octopus.
So yeah, and also these MPPTs, just like the 100, are capable of charging different chemistries, AGM, lithium. They also have the wake up feature, which, remember, wakes up your battery if you have lithium and tells it, hey, I'm going to start charging you now, and takes it out of protection mode at that point. And also the voltage input is also up to 150 volts, so you can tune your panels in series. Always remember though that RVIA only does 100 volt maximum.
So on this side of the coach, we've got a Renogy Rover 100 amp MPPT charge controller. We've, of course, the same battery disconnect, same distributor. But right now, as I'm sure you caught, we actually have 3 solar controllers, 2 inverters, 12 batteries. So we've got quite the impressive system. On the roof, we've got 4 320 watt panels and 5 200 watt panels. And again, a secret at the end of the video. Everything's run into a junction box here. So we've got our inputs all the way around. And of course, the blue tape is so we know exactly what's going in and what's going out so that we can document it. So if we ever have to do any maintenance or service on this, we're able to trace it, track it, and make sure that everything is as safe as can be.
So the nice thing about this MPPT charger, put an extra T in there, but the MPPT charger controller, it actually will go up to 150 volts, so you can do your system on series like a residential. RVIA currently limits that to 100 for OEs, but aftermarket you can make a use of that 150 volts if you want. That will allow you to use less wire gauge coming down from the roof, so maybe even your current system would be capable. Also, it has battery settings in there, so you could do this at 12, 24, 36, 48 volts. You can set that for lithium or for gel or whatever chemistry battery you have. So these are great. Also, always look at your heat sink on your MPPT. That's very important because these things do produce a lot of heat when they're working hard. And number 2 is always ask if it has wake up for lithium. This will actually, if the batteries are completely dead, it will wake those batteries up. That's a variable voltage impulse that tells the BMS that, hey, I'm putting power in, wake up, allow me to put current into the batteries.
To the left, you'll see we've got a 4-inch hole. We've got one of these on each side. And what these are going to be are for our exhaust fans. We've got 12-volt fans that'll be creating a negative pressure right here, but it'll be on the outside where the propane tank's at. We had to wait. Supply chain issues. It is what it is, but we have 2 fans coming so we can exhaust this real well and keep the heat out of here. Hiding in the closet here, we've got another 30 amp breaker and we've got PV cable, and that's to hook up some solar panels. For those of you that have been paying attention, this is why we have 3 charge controllers. The roof has 320 watt panels and 200 watt panels. Well, these deployables that you see on the ground are 300 watts each. So we got a 300 and a 300. And we have a dedicated 30 amp breaker in here. My PV cables are tucked away, waterproof, and they run right into the front bay for our third charge controller. So we have a 150/60 up front that control these two 300 watt panels. In days where we need a lot of power, this really ups our game and gives us the ability to expand 600 watts without having to add any more railings or holes in our roof. There you go. Both of them fold up real nice and small. The cool thing is I got 600 watts in my hands that I could stow away that I don't have to use unless I really want to. This is a game changer. This makes life way easier. And the best part is with our 60 amp controller, we can get another one. All right, now that you've seen a little bit of what we did, I definitely want to thank Chris and Dayco for helping us design this system. We couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah, just want to say thank you for your time and for the setup.
Yeah, it was an honor meeting both of you, and I enjoyed our time together, and thank you for your service, Chris. And,
oh, absolutely an honor.
We appreciate all you guys are doing to promote the lifestyle and what the capabilities are, because a lot of people don't know these capabilities yet. So
yeah,
God bless.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Finally, the day has come. We have everything we need. We're going to be installing a little thermostat, a 12-volt fan, and we're going to be putting in the 4-inch holes that we installed when we put in the solar system. The goal is to have the thermostat control the temperature in the pass-through bay, and it'll automatically kick on and off as needed to make sure that our inverters and our charge controllers don't overheat while we're boondocking. All right, both sides are completely done. The nice thing about having opposing fans is we have one thermostat, one power plug, and it'll actually control four fans. So we've got one on each side. They're opposing, so we could create one heck of a good vacuum through here. This is going to be really nice to keep all these big tools working as efficiently as possible. The digital thermostat and the cooling fans are in. As you can tell, we've got it running right now. The nice thing about this thermostat is it'll automatically kick on. I'm going to say right now for 95 degrees, it'll automatically kick on and it'll run until the heat sensor records, we'll say 90 degrees. We can program it however we see fit. We're going to play with that. But the nice thing is it's automated, which means it won't run 24/7. And most importantly, it's going to draw all the heat away from these big inverters and again away from our charge controller. This is the last step of the solar project. The next will be the cosmetics, and you'll see that in a later video. We're going to go through and make this sucker pretty.
All right, so what do you guys think? Pretty awesome solar system?
I'm pretty impressed with it. I'll tell you, it's been 7 great days, 5 days of class. I can't even count how many hours we spent working on this system. Big thanks to the NRVTA, Dayco, and Renogy. This is a dream come true. I loved the class. It was worth every dollar that we spent for sure.
It is. We had a great time, and it was great to see behind the scenes how they built out these solar systems, and just everyone enjoyed themselves.
It's pretty damn awesome. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Other than that, have a wonderful day and enjoy every moment.